Okay, so picture this. You're doing a random Google image search for Gravity Falls. Maybe it's because you need references for an art project you're making, or maybe it's because you want to find a specific image or fan art. Well, out of the corner of your eye, you notice this. It's the iconic image from the GF theme song of all the main characters, and right in the middle between Dipper and Mabel, there's this guy. Now, instantly, you know this isn't right. That's not a Gravity Falls character. That's just some random dude. It's an OC or something. It's an edited image. But then, what the heck is an image like this doing as the top search result for one of the biggest cartoons of the 2010s? And where did it originate from? This has been a question that has been asked for many years. I've seen Reddit posts about it, tweets, memes, and more. And many have even used this image in official ways too. Many websites and news articles use this image in their official posts about the show. Fans used it by mistake as well, and more. It's such a prolific image and yet has such a massive oversight in it that many people miss. It's gotten to a point where fans have sort of made him into the Graggle Simpsons of the Gravity Falls fandom, with them jokingly trying to make him out to be some real character that always existed in the show. So, what's the deal? Where did Graggle Pines here, so to speak, come from? Now, as Lost Gravity Falls image searches are something I've become known for starting, I decided to research myself on this image, but all results led to the same issue. Due to the original image being so iconic and widespread, reverse image searches often just mix it up with the original one or other fan-made edits with other characters. Using TinEye, the oldest source I could find of our specific image here was from June 2014 on a long-defunct wallpaper website, so this wasn't going to go anywhere. However, this version had a green bar on the bottom, which seems to imply that the image we see shared is a cropped version of the original one, which would have it. So, if nothing else, that was a good first clue. Now, normally at this point in my image search videos, I'd mention how I then asked a server about it, which would begin a search there, and then how I made a Reddit post that didn't end up leading anywhere, and then eventually the source is found by someone who I met just recently who did some detective work that would make even the FBI impressed. But in this case, the answer to the mystery had already been solved, but no one noticed. For once, the answer to our question came from Reddit. Yeah, that's right, Reddit actually answered a question for once. Now, it's possible someone beforehand had already answered this question the same way, but I managed to find the answer in the comment section of 2 posts on the GF sub asking the same question. We'll start with the most recent one for reasons that'll become clearer in a sec. On December 10th, 2023, a user named The Great Walk asked where the image came from. The answers were, as you expect for Reddit, with people joking about how it was always a character in the show, it's Mermando with legs, Graggle Pines jokes, and more. There were some valid and real theories though, from it being a crappy DeviantArt self-insert, part of an Etsy page where someone was offering to draw people in the Gravity Falls style, and my theory, it may have been a thumbnail for a video or some blog post. I was even asked if I could make a video about it, and well, guess I am now. However, one user named Neutral0814 did the same detective work that I just mentioned, but even more so. They found the same wallpaper website I mentioned earlier as being the oldest source, and even included a link to it on Wayback, which I couldn't find. On there, the image is called Gravity Falls Friends. It was posted on November 18th, 2013. So this image is at least 12 years old. It also has the same green bar below it and is a very high-res version of it, which was most likely taken straight from the source. Well, as it happens, the source was listed in the description. So, mystery solved, right? Well, if you click the source link, it takes you to yet another long-defunct wallpaper website. There it says the image was posted on September 23rd, 2013, and gives a name of who posted it. But given it's on a wallpaper site and those are notorious for stealing art, it's hard to even say that this is the source. The dude who posted it might have just stolen it off some long-dead DeviantArt page for all we know. Neutral also mentioned in their comment that they looked for the poster, but couldn't find anything else. Beyond that, the trail ran cold. So The oldest verifiable lead we got for the image so far dates it to at least September 2013. Neutral did some amazing detective work, but as it turned out, a post made just a few months earlier asking the same question on the sub was the one that cracked the mystery. On September 25th, 2023, a user named ILoveCats1842 made a post asking why this image appeared as the top search result on Google and was looking for similar leads on who made it. Again, like in the December post, the comments were your usual Reddit commentary of jokes, memes, stuff I mentioned was commented in the later post, and everything but answering the question. But then, casually sitting near the bottom of the post with no upvotes was a comment left by a user named No Brow Entertainment.
I've done the research, and I'm pretty sure he's a Brazilian guy named Juan.
Clicking the link takes you to a WordPress site on which the image rests. Translated from Portuguese, it reads, "Juan in the gang." And the date it was posted was January 3rd, 2013. The image was part of a post on the website called Gravity Falls Studio Version. On it are 14 drawings of what appears to be people drawing themselves or others in the Gravity Falls style. The first image, of course, is the one we were searching for, but image 3 then has just Juan himself in a green background with the caption, Katerina's drawing. There's another image after that with the same caption that has the original sketch of Juan in it with other sketches of him too. It seems that he was originally going to have a dog in the image. Next to it are two images titled Juan's drawing and shows original characters drawn in the Gravity Falls style. It seems therefore that Juan is not just the name of the character, but a real person who was drawn into the GF style. Looking below seems to further the case, as there's various other drawings that seem to depict other people drawn in the GF art style that perhaps are real people too. What's more, the second image depicts a screenshot of a Photoshop session with another character being drawn in GF style. But as the taskbar is shown in this one, we now have a date. December 4th, 2012. These drawings are so old that they date back to literally the first few months of Gravity Falls' existence. And of course, knowing me, I took the original image with Juan in it and ran it for metadata. Looking at it gave me an even older create date of November 29th, 2012. So this image is therefore over 12 years old. It's a self-insert of a dude named Juan made in November 2012. Literally 5 months after Gravity Falls had begun. It wasn't from DeviantArt, it wasn't a video thumbnail, and it wasn't an Etsy shop either. It came from this obscure and forgotten about WordPress page. Now, how on earth this guy on Reddit found it, I have no idea. I tagged him in a post not too long ago as the one who found it when someone asked the same question again, but they never responded. So how they found this will probably never be known unless they reply. But despite that, their hard work led us straight to the source. However, two questions still remain. What was this all for? And why did this image get so viral? Well, looking at the WordPress page itself, it seems to only have been active between September 2012 and January 2013. The Gravity Falls post it made where the one pic came from was the last post it ever made. But below that, they made a post of various Adventure Time style art, and below that, some other various drawings. All the drawings were captioned as being made by multiple different artists, of which one was one of them. The about page of the website just contains example text, implying it was never updated, and the name of the site doesn't even have any other clues besides being a bit weird. It apparently is the name of a cheese brand that is really popular in Brazil, which further implies that the site is Brazilian in origin. If I had to personally guess, this website was for an art class of some sort. All these artists named were probably different students that the class had, and the website was used to post their art by either their teacher or them. And honestly, I can believe that, given back in 2012, my 6th grade teacher also ran a WordPress site where he'd post photos and art that we made as well as updates on homework we had. It's possibly still out there, which is pretty funny to think about. But the point being, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the answer. This is probably therefore just a WordPress page made by a teacher who posted the art of their students on in one semester so that either they could access it after the class had ended, or they could use it as a reference for future students. So it therefore only was meant to last one semester, hence the site being abandoned after January 2013. So while this likely answers the question of where did this image come from and why it was posted, we still need to answer the question of why this got so popular. Why did this image from a random defunct Brazilian WordPress page of possible art from a long over art class become the literal face of Gravity Falls on Google image search results? Well, again, we can only speculate. But I think the fact that many sources have listed it as being from a wallpaper website might be the answer. It's possible that either the teacher, a student, or someone who found the site and that art posted it or shared it around, and it eventually got in the hands of someone who posted it alongside other images to a wallpaper website, either knowingly or unknowingly aware of the edit to it. It then got spread around as people downloaded it and used it for wallpaper or for other Gravity Falls related articles. It just kept getting spread around and used more and more till it eventually probably got confused with the original image from the theme song, and that made it become the top search result for Gravity Falls images on Google for a while. Again, it's speculative, but it's the best theory I got. If you got your own theory or probably an idea of how you think this might have happened, feel free to comment it below. But long story short, I guess that sort of solves the odd mystery of this random dude in a Gravity Falls image. I mean, we still don't know what the context is, or why this was made, or what the whole reason it exists to begin with, or why it got so popular, but at least we now know where it originates from. A random WordPress site which probably was owned by an art teacher or something in Brazil. What a interesting conclusion to the story. Unexpected, but then again, that's how most of these Gravity Falls media searches end up being like. You never end up knowing where the source ends up being. It could be a Brazilian website or a long defunct furry image board where the Slenderman image came from. I wonder where Juan is now. He might not even know that his likeness and Gravity Falls style on an edited image from 2012 has been seen by probably thousands of fans online and has accidentally been used as the official series art by many who didn't even notice he was there. Maybe he was a Gravity Falls fan. Maybe he just got made into a character because it was a class assignment that day and he has no clue what Gravity Falls is. There's many things to speculate about him, as there are times that this image has been mistaken for being official. But maybe this video will one day find him and he can finally know how famous he is in Gravity Falls, without even being in the show to begin with. But with that said, that's the end of this video. Now you know about a guy named Juan, who somehow, through the magic of the Google search algorithm, became the face of Gravity Falls for a short time. I've been that GFN, and thank you for watching.